Hello Top 10ers, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm Rebecca Felgate and today we are talking the top 10 objects you didn't know the use for. You're gonna see these objects and be like, what? That's right, after this list you're going to be fully enlightened. Fully. In at number 10 we have quilted toilet paper. Okay, so you know the, first use for quilted toilet paper, or as Brits would say, loo roll, is primarily, to wipe your ass. But why quilted? Many people think that the more costly premium toilet paper is quilted for a luxury soft bum wipe experience. But it's actually down to friction. Quilted toilet paper picks up more, I guess, the stuff you're trying to wipe away. More so than non-quilted, meaning you will have to use less sheets with quilted. Who knew? Now you do, thank me later. In at number 9 we have the arrow on a petrol gauge / gas gauge for all you North Americans. So most cars do have this, but not all, however it is becoming an increasingly frequent feature. If you do have a little arrow next to the symbol of the pump on your gas / petrol gauge, this is a handy little feature indicating which side of the car your hatch is to use at the pump. Sure, you probably know, but if you're in a rental car or just very forgetful, it will save you driving in the wrong side at the gas station. Now if they could only invent a symbol to tell us whether the car is petrol or diesel, because in rentals I always have that freak out. Next up on this hugely exciting list, in at number 8, we have the hook and hole at the end of the tape measure. So you may have noticed the cheeky sneaky little hole at the end of a tape measure, especially those snappy metal ones. Why is it here? Well, let me tell you, it isn't just for the lols. It is there so if you're measuring something on your own and you don't have a surplus finger, you can pop a nail through it to hold it up for you. If banging in a nail sounds a bit dramatic, then why not consider using the hook at the end to hook onto stuff? Genius, really. Speaking of holes, in at number 7 we have the tiny hole at the end of the pen. If you look very closely at the end of a ballpoint pen, you will see a teeny tiny little hole. Now the reasons for this are twofold, my friends. Basically, it allows air in to balance the pressure as the pen is used. It allows the user to enjoy consistent use without the pen pressurizing as your hand heats it up. This would cause the air inside to expand and it could get very messy if that little hole wasn't there. You may think this little hole is pointless, but actually it is imperative when on an aeroplane. Without it, the pen would explode ink and everything would be like blue or black or red. Nightmare. In at number 6 we have jean rivets. What are those little knobbles at the corner of jean pockets all about? Well, you may notice that the little metal peaks are in specific places across all jeans. These places are areas of the clothes that are likely to be torn apart by the strain or rub in that area. These rivets make them stronger and less likely to succumb to early wear and tear. Simples. In at number 5 we have shirt loops. Hello, what are these loops at the back of the shirts doing there? Why? So many questions, so little answers. Until now. Some of you may not have even noticed them. Here's a visual aid for you. Why is it there? As I said, I'm here to answer all of your questions. Basically, this is so you can hang your shirt by the hook while you're at the gym or in any other locker room or shirtless environment. Unfortunately for the old shirt hook, these things called hangers came out that kind of did the job a lot better. Why do they still make these little loops then? Can't tell you. In at number 4 we have the charger cord ring. Ever wondered why laptops and camera chargers have a cord with a little plastic cylinder over part of the wire? Well, wonder no longer. These are called ferrite beads, not ferret beads as I thought they were called. You know something is useful when it has its own Wikipedia entry, and yes, ferrite beads do. These are basically passive electrical components that are there to stop you hearing a high frequency noise coming through the electrics running through the wire. It also stops your laptop receiving interference from other electrical appliances. In at number 3 we have the hole in a padlock. Some padlocks you see have teeny tiny little holes next to them, not the bit where the key goes in, but kind of next to it. Why? I know, you need answers. Well, these are usually found on locks meant for the outdoors. These little holes allow water to drain out of the lock, meaning it's less likely that they will freeze or rust. You can also add a lubricant up there if the lock becomes sticky. Locksmiths will also be able to use this little hole to help you unlock your lock if you get locked out. I've officially said lock 9 times in under a minute, which is probably too many. Moving on to number 2, we have the wood at the end of the chopsticks. What do you mean, Rebecca? They're just for snapping your chopsticks in two. No, my friend, they aren't. They're actually there for you to rest your chopsticks on when you want to take an eating break. Who knew? Another takeout fact that may or may not blow your mind like it did mine, in at number 1 of our objects you didn't know the use for, we have takeout boxes. Okay, listen, did you know that Chinese takeout boxes are designed, drumroll, to be folded out into a plate? No, me neither. That's right, traditional cardboard boxes that you get your delicious Chinese takeout in are specifically designed to have folding parts, enabling you to make a plate out of it for easier access to your food. I for one though don't really mind eating it out of the box, it feels like a more raw experience. Mind-blowing stuff, guys, I know. Are there any objects that you guys don't know the use for, and then we can find out the use for them in another enlightening list? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, do let me know your list highlight. I for one love the chopstick fact. I've been Rebecca Felgate, this has been Most Amazing Top 10. If you like this video, and why wouldn't you, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and of course subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10. And I will see you beauties next time.